direct chat, so send it to her. She can forward it to me.
Oh, to Rebecca?
Yeah.
Like I just did, right, with this last link?
Yeah, I just need the YouTube and the Twitch links so we can send those out in our social media.
Okay, great.
I'll hit the YouTube.
You guys have tapestries in your merch line, don't you? I need a pharmacy. I got your shirt on. I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah. That's what's up.
I'm wishing I literally was the one that got the last pink top that you guys had at that last event. I need some more pharmacy merch for sure. They have a really good merch line, people that make their merch just absolutely super high quality, really nice. I'm still saving up for one of your blankets too. I love that thing. That'd be cool on the back of my wall.
Yeah.
Get it on there.
Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna be updating the merch line for 2022. We have some personnel changes and stuff that came up since last time you saw us. So we've been working on just revamping how we're doing stuff with the new guy. We're starting our bookings and whatnot now, going into the summer.
Nice. I'll make sure you guys get all the fair contacts. I think I gave those to you when I saw you in person, but I'll definitely make sure to give you all the fair and festival contacts. I think I gave one of you people one for Sky River that's in Index that's here, but the bookings are almost closed out, so you might just want to try for them. They might be already filled. Some of them might be already filled, but they'll definitely put you in line for the following season. So eventually you will get in there. We got really lucky on the pandemic, actually, because most of the submissions for here in Washington State for the fairs and the various festivals actually end in about December, January. You know how they like that 3 to 6 months out booking, I guess, so in case any bands do end up having an issue, they could fill them with somebody else. So I was able to get a lot of the bands in this year that I normally have a hard time getting into the fairs this year. So I'll definitely hand those over to you guys after we're done here if you want them, the various fair people. You guys would do really good at the fairs and the various festivals here. I think you would do very well in an event they have here called Pain in the Grass. And then we have another one that's for Hip Fest. And then we have another one that's Bumper Shoot, that's kind of a big event. And then there's a couple of metal events. From what I understand from KSW Rock, which is the main rock station here in Seattle, they are the main host for those particular events. But they decided they're going to wait one more year to open them up. But they might change that and just do different dates as things progress with the endemic here, because we're actually Oh, did we lose Chris again?
What?
You're not going to give you words.
No. Oh, what's going on out there, everybody? YouTube. We're sitting here chatting with the band Pharmacy from somewhere up in the Washington, Idaho area.
You're in Twin Falls, aren't you? Is your location Twin Falls? Yeah, that's what I thought. I love Twin Falls. My grandma used to live in Hagerman, Idaho, so I used to go to Gooding and Twin Falls quite often when I would go visit her in the summers for Hagerman, Idaho. She's passed away now. It's been 2 years, but I loved Hagerman. That was such a cute little town. Hardly anybody in it. It was super small.
Yeah.
I still have quite a bit of family that live in Boise, too.
Yeah, it's a good place.
Boise, yeah, there's a lot of venues there. Doesn't the Iron Horse book quite often? You guys have no Alicia Gauntlet, don't you?
No.
Okay, I'll send you her too because she's like one of the Idaho agents that I work really closely with. That's in Boise, Idaho, and she has a few of the venues that she booked there. Yeah, exactly. Hurricane is her nickname, her stage name. She's good to work with, and she has like 3 or 4, maybe 5 venues there that she books pretty regularly.
Alright, I got someone to join me on the show without mentioning. So we gotta know, how'd you guys come up with the idea for the name Pharmacy?
It's kind of been kicking around for a few years. I used to run the cannabis campaign in South Dakota called South Dakotans Against Prohibition. And I was really for the cause of giving people access to cannabis because it's a very illegal thing in South Dakota, punishable by 10 years in prison for possession by ingestion. And something we would write on our signs is pharmacy, not pharmacy. And so the spelling kind of carried over, and it started off kind of as a joke, but then the concept has evolved into the direction of it. It's the music that heals you.
So yeah, kind of like how Chronic Chris evolved. We started at Harvest Fest in Madison, Wisconsin, and hit a bunch of pot festivals, and then got into radio with it.
It brings you peace.
Hey,
We've lost audio. Cannot hear you.
What? What happened?
Probably cutting out.
We're having audio issues. We can't hear what you're saying.
I thought about meeting that. This music's good.
Yeah, you guys. Everything's running great on my end.
I hear you fine too. Must be maybe where you're located, possibly. Do you hear me okay? You guys hear me? I'm in Washington.
Oh no. Okay, can you hear us now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
That needs to be quieter. No, I'm trying. I'm trying.
Much better though.
We just added some new equipment, so we've been having some issues with fixing some of the technical issues on our end too. But I think Chris has got them dialed in today. We should be okay on our end.
Okay.
I'm not.
Can you hear us all right now?
I can hear you fine.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Now we
Okay, go
can
ahead.
now we can definitely hear you guys.
Oh,
Yeah,
great.
so-
Good.
I'm one of those weirdos that sits here and watches my own show as it's going on, just to make sure all the volumes and everything is right.
Yeah, we're doing the same thing.
Right on. So you guys got the idea for the band Pharmacy going, and you said you hosted the rallies in South Dakota?
I was the director of South Dakota Against Prohibition. They've since gotten stuff to the ballot. It was approved by the voters, and the governor took it away. So they're still fighting that war. I decided I needed to get back in the union, so I moved to Idaho, and here we are.
Okay. Now, who's your influences? What music do you listen to when you need inspiration?
I go to a lot of female inspiration, to be honest. I'm hot brown. I love like all of my female artists that I grew up listening to. So like, and then if you get into the heavier, more recent, I love Ginger, Tatiana, Maria Drinking This Moment, Amy Lee from Evanescence. Those are my inspirations.
Dimebag Daryl from Pantera. the down picking style that James Hetfield, the furious, weird, jazzy riffs of Dave Mustaine, and the soul ends of David Gilmour from Pink Floyd. Those are like my top 4 guitar players.
Fuck yeah.
Well, I tend to pull my inspiration from Floyd as well, for sure. Ghost has actually been a real eye-opener too. I was really impressed by a lot of the things that they did. Some people were kind of disappointed with the new album, but honestly, they really brought it home with the epicness. A lot of the productions they did, it was honestly at almost a wall level of quality. And it's like I praise them for sure. Because Tobias is truly an amazing composer, and definitely, obviously, Pantera. That's kind of the go-to for sure.
Hey, what's going on out there, JD? How's everybody doing tonight in the chat there? Sitting here talking with the band Pharmacy, and they got some kick-ass influences.
Iron Maiden's the other big one.
Yeah, there you go, Maiden.
Priest, Slayer, Priest.
Madonna.
Everything. Just everything.
Madonna.
Might as well not even have a topic. Just everything. Yes.
Did I hear a Madonna in there?
Yeah, we actually do Like a Prayer, a Christmas version of Like a Prayer.
Oh, that's funny. I did that song last night at karaoke. I love that song.
Now, 3 questions. 1, is it a metal cover? 2, is it available for me to put on the radio? And 3, if it is, please send it to me.
We have not recorded it yet.
Okay.
It is metal.
Yeah, it's a metal cover. You can have it, and we'd love to send it to you.
One
We
day.
have a lot of other really awesome covers though that are available for us. I really like Kurt, and you have AC/DC, and you have several songs on your page that we could review. That are awesome.
There's some good versions of Comfortably Numb up on our YouTube.
Oh, yeah.
Breaking the Law, Judas Priest. We recently filmed our Alien Ant Farm Criminal at the last show.
Nice. Now, Holly, don't you sing? You sing "Zombie" too, don't you? By the Cranberries.
I do, not with the band, on my own time.
We must have just got an extra treat for that one, then, for that particular event. Or maybe I'm confusing you with another artist that we had at that same event.
Well, I think
The first time we went, yeah.
previous vocalist before me.
No, not
You
for-
guys did
for-
Zombie with Bella.
We didn't come to Stella.
Before,
Oh,
yeah. No, unfortunately, no. But that's a great one, actually.
I think you would pull it off so well. That first time you came to Tenino, I felt so bad for you. You injured your back. You got up on stage like you were just like perfectly fine, but I remember you were in your merch tent for most of the day because you'd injured your back in some way. Is it better now and you didn't have any more reoccurrence of that
Yeah,
injury?
she was a trooper that tour.
Yep,
So,
yeah, she
yeah.
was.
Retrograde on her spine.
Where's
Yeah,
your
Chris,
favorite place to play?
Ooh,
Cruisers State Line.
I would say
Oh, Dick. I love Cruisers too. A lot of the bands up here in Seattle and Washington absolutely love going there. That was like one of the venues they could go to when we were locked down here in Washington State. Was like, as you all know, the strictest state to live in for any of the mandates. But so we had Idaho, thank God, to save us for some stuff earlier on. And Cruisers.
I miss going to Jackson Street, though. We haven't been back to that bar in a minute.
yeah, it's been since Halloween 2019.
Because that one could put on some kick-ass again. But, like, in the Spokane area, I don't think we really got to branch out too well. Or what's that one we went to?
Were you booked at the knitting factory, or was it one of the other venues?
It was not from knit. It was where was it? You had to go up the stairs.
The pin. It doesn't exist.
Oh, that's a
Yeah,
good one.
but that one had a good gas stage and sound.
Yeah, it does.
That one has a good print on my mind. Oh, everybody, this is Gary.
Yeah.
When I lived in Boise, Idaho as a teenager, they always did all these really, I don't know if they do them anymore, but they used to do a really cool concert series. Sometimes they would do it in Julie Davis Park, or they would do it in the Memorial Park. Do they still do those, or did the pandemic kind of shut them down?
It did, unfortunately.
Oh,
I haven't
yeah,
seen
those
much.
are good.
Yeah, and like Pinehurst Days has suffered because of it. Haven't heard too much about the Wallace Festival either. That's usually a blues fest for about the whole weekend, I think.
Yeah, it's like 3 or 4 days.
JD out there said, "Hey, Rock and Rebecca and the band, can I ask everyone to introduce themselves so we know everyone's name?"
Oh, I'm Celine Saul.
Big Daddy Getty,
McManus. I think he's
dealing with technical problem
Yeah.
in the house.
Wait, we
Oh,
got
he's back
Celine.
now.
What'd you say your name is?
Big Daddy Getty.
I was calling you by the wrong name. Sorry about that, Celine. Hello, JD. How are you today?
Celine,
And I'm
Getty,
a-
and
Where's he? He gave me such a hard time about not being able to do things with him over the weekend because I was busy doing I did a big macabre photo shoot yesterday at one of our historical landmarks. It was kind of a creepy macabre photo shoot for a movie production team called Rogue Raven. And then I'll be sending you guys information also to be able to submit your music to Plus Star. They're looking for various musicians, and they have a lot of various different slots open for behind the scenes and actual parts in the movies with John Rain. So if that's something you guys are interested in, hit me up on that after the interview, and I'll be sure to get you those contacts as well.
Okay.
One of my artists from New Zealand's got the current movie he's working on called Vampire Pittance, and she's got the whole soundtrack, plus a little bit part.
Oh,
Well, I was
sweet.
gonna say we're good at doing scores for sure.
oh yeah, we listened to the album earlier, and it was good stuff there.
Good. Glad you liked it. What's your favorite?
Krampus.
That was I was gonna say. I was waiting to see if that is one of my favorites too. Is Krampus? That's a really good song.
Holiday fun for everyone. Holiday.
Right.
Yes.
Very good.
And actually,
Definitely have a good song for when Christmas comes along here.
I'll have
I like
to
it
throw
all the
that
time.
into my Christmas music this December.
Yeah, there you go. That'll be good. That'll get everyone's blood pumping.
Well, last year, and I surprised a lot of people because I had 4 hours of metal Christmas music.
Yes.
for
Holy
Christmas.
crap.
You ever hear Psycho Stick's Christmas album?
I didn't know they made one. Now I'll have to check it out.
Matty Moose is actually a good friend of mine. We used to play pool together
Yeah,
and shit.
I've done a couple tours with them. They're really cool guys all around.
Okay. Yeah, Matty, Rob, and I'm never good with fucking names. Phil? No.
Me neither.
Maddie, Rob, Josh, Allie.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of, Josh.
Just like me. No.
But yeah, it was kind
Josh
of funny
is the
'cause,
nicest guy in that
when,
guy.
when I
Josh
first,
is even more nice.
when I first met Maddie, I actually mistook him for the singer of Clutch.
Yeah,
I was
they
like, wait
do
a
look
second,
alike.
dude. Don't you play in Clutch? And he kind of laughed, and he's like, actually, yeah, I do. You know, I'm their bass player. I'm like, no, dude, you're the vocalist for Clutch. And he's like, no, I'm their bass player. And then we sat there and bullshit. I'm like, wait a second, dude, no. He fucked with me for a good 30 minutes before I was like, wait a second, no, dude.
He's good at that.
He is, and I love him to death.
Good old band shenanigans.
Juggalo Brothers.
So, how'd you guys get your start? How'd you get started?
Better fucking answer your
Picked up
phone.
the guitar one day.
Talking the band or like starting?
Yeah,
musicians
how'd
and
you
shit?
guys get started as a band? How'd you guys come about?
Gary back here, who is hiding behind the curtain.
Fishing my cowbell. How did you get it? For it?
He had seen some of my acoustic solo music that I had up on Facebook, and he had hit me up because he was interested in the original sound that I had, and invited me over to jam. So we get to jamming. I had some mutual covers that we knew. Mickey came out. Things started happening. The first lineup we had a different bass player and a different vocalist. We've since replaced the bass player twice, and this is our second current forever vocalist here. For sure.
Right on. So, how old were you guys when you first picked up your first musical instrument?
4th grade.
4th grade, about 9 years old. Thank you, JD.
Pretty early.
Then for me, well, 12 is when I started playing, but I picked up my first instrument.
Well, let me re-ask this. What was the first instrument you picked up, and why did you pick it up?
Saxophone, because that's what my
Gee.
dad decided I was going to play in 4th grade. And I stuck with that all the way through high school, up in the jazz band and stuff. But I picked up guitar in 8th grade so I could play guitar in jazz band for high school. And the guitar stuck, and I haven't played saxophone since high school.
Hey, saxophone's not a bad instrument.
I could probably still pick it up and go. It's like riding a bike. It's a little rusty probably, but eventually we'll have saxophone. Someday, yeah, tenor sax solo for Burns.
Shit, no, we're gonna baritone.
Hello.
We're baby sax. Just get a nasty. Wow.
Contrabass goes down.
Wah, wah.
Fucking clockwork.
Yeah.
You?
The first instrument I picked up was the trombone, actually, in middle school, I think it was, like grade school maybe, or before middle school. But I loved any like lower end horns. I don't know why, or anything dissonant low end. I'm drawn to it, yeah, the feeling. So it didn't last long though. I mean, I did pick up choir after that, but trombone was my first.
Okay.
Guitar. That's it.
Guitar, because I saw someone badass playing one and thought, yep.
No, I obviously with my dad having a lot of excess musical influence, seeing a lot of guitar players come and go and stuff like that, seeing the different styles, so on and so forth, getting turned on to different guitar players. But I really feel my main reason for grabbing the guitars that I go for and go for the tone that I go for is because of Dimebag.
Right on.
And it's ironic too because I started playing guitar the year he passed away.
I gotta move over a little bit then, because that's the only one you can't see on the back wall there.
Yeah.
It was a lot of personal desire.
Oh no!
Oh, hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
I'm shiny. Yeah, I was gonna say. Minus 17.
There's the Black Bolt.
The ML tribute.
Yeah, buddy.
Nice. Chris actually has a guitar for auction for some extra fundraiser we're doing. What type of guitar was that again, Chris? It's signed by Vince Neil, isn't it? We have this actually in a raffle right now for extra fundraising for Asgard Radio.
Yeah, it's
Chris.
just an Epiphone Studio, but it is signed by Vince Neil. I got a raffle going on Facebook. Chris Ness is my page, $10 a spot. As soon as they're all filled, I'd like to do the raffle.
Sure.
That's definitely first.
But yeah, and I can't play a fucking lick.
Yeah,
I can't either. I have several guitars that are beautiful guitars from a specific artist that doesn't really even make guitars anymore. So I'm grateful to have the ones I have. I just need to learn how to play them.
And I have people that laugh at me, and it's funny because I say, you know, I know the 4 major chords, I just can't put them together to make a song.
Yeah.
Selling yourself short there.
Sometimes you just gotta play the radio, man. Sometimes you just gotta play the radio.
Right?
Sounds good to you, it's good to go.
Hey, well, yeah, there's sometimes I'll just sit here and put 3 chords together and see how long it takes for my wife to yell.
Just every day, just constantly do it, just videotape it. It's like, how long will it last today?
Right? Now, if you guys could sit down and pick anyone's brain over dinner, just anyone through history, who would it be?
WC Field.
The writer?
Lane for me, probably, for sure.
I don't know, maybe Mozart, just how he would arrange things.
Ooh,
Jeff, he was
Mozart.
No, that was Beethoven. Mozart.
Then I like Jeff.
You like the deaf guy?
Yeah, because he did it out of desire.
Man, that's a rough one. I would say, Star Wars.
George Lucas?
No,
John Williams.
John Williams. Between John Williams and probably, I don't know, I'd say Randy Rhoads.
Okay.
Just composition wise, especially with John Williams for a score.
See, and I figured one of you would have thrown in a dime bag just for a composition, or how the hell did you just come up with shit?
And see, and that's the beauty though, because we've been so inclined to dime so long to where it's like we've almost already picked his brain. To where it's like we've watched the videos and interviews with him and just kind of seen how he was. Like, if it was to hang out with anybody, it'd be dime for him. That'd be cool.
Right?
Like,
Oh yeah, same here.
Just to jam for just like even a half hour would just be a godsend.
And like
That's
I say,
something.
unfortunately, I never got to see Pantera. I did get to see Damage Plan, but my main influence and my Uncle Freak, he actually back in the day hung out with Dime, and they were really good friends. And he's even mentioned in this book.
Nice.
You know, and he's got some stories to tell. It's awesome just hearing him. And I've actually tried to get Grady Champion and Rita Haney on the show, and both of them, I've never heard back from Rita, but Grady politely declined.
We're actually going to be recording with Sterling Winfield for our next album this year down in Texas.
Oh, that's great news. I was just going to ask you if you were working on new music and if there was a new album in the works, so I'm glad to hear that. Yes,
There's
there
definitely a new album in the works. It's been in the works for about 2 or 3 years now, pretty much since we finished the licks or we got hit with the pandemic and started writing for the next one. You know.
Now,
Oh,
now, if you're going down to Texas to do some recording, Vinny's house was up for sale. I don't know if it's sold or not, but hey, you could look in to see, hey, can we record a song in Vinny's house?
I heard that M Shadows actually purchased the house
Okay.
from Avenged Sevenfold.
Yeah. I knew it
That's
was for
good.
sale, and I heard there was rumors that someone was looking into buying it, but I didn't get a verification that someone bought it.
Yeah, because even last time we talked to Sterling, he was cleaning out his house.
Okay.
They were getting it ready for the estate sale and all that.
You're talking about Randy Rose. I actually am really good friends with his cousin that lives up here in Everett, Washington by the name of Gary. And he's also a drummer, but he was injured earlier on. He said he never got it the same caliber as Randy did. That was his favorite cousin, he said.
Oh, that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
He gave me a Harley Davidson ring, which I'm not wearing today, but it's a pretty neat ring. It says, I think, Rock, Live, Life Forever on it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I see Putty.
Is your kitty helping you run the station again, Chris? We have both of our cats love to help us
actually,
during our
at the
shows.
beginning of the show, I thought I had them all out of here. Baby Raven must have snuck by and was hiding in the closet or something, because I'm trying to get them out while I'm doing the show so they don't walk across the keyboards or anything.
Delete.
That's what mine like to do.
They're good at that.
Man, are they good.
Do you guys have pets? Any of you have pets, and what are they?
I have a cat. She's a polydactyl tabby. Karma. I adopted her recently at 5 years old.
And I've
Oh, she's
got,
like a little rescue kitty. Nice.
Yeah.
I've got a big fat ass black cat named Carmen.
Carmen.
She is a royal bitch.
Oh man, she loves her gun.
It's
Always all over that.
man.
That's why I say I got 3 fat cats and a runt,
There you go.
and then a dog.
Oh.
Well, my wife has a dog.
Yeah, what kind of dog?
It's a pit bull, but it's mixed with something we don't know. She is actually a really beautiful, really smart dog. She just, when it's time for me to go to bed, if I go to bed after my wife, she likes to bark at me until I'm laying down.
Yeah.
My cat meows at me until I'm up.
If I'm
Oh,
not
that's
up,
funny.
if I'm not up by 7:30 in the morning, my cats come and let me know it's time to get up, dude.
Hell yeah.
Need food.
Bowl empty.
Yeah, right. Oh, that's what it is, because they get a can of food every morning and
Oh, there's Raven right there.
running around.
Crazy.
But yeah, I can't believe that she's almost 6 years old now.
Wow. Getting up there.
Man, they grow fast.
After you're done making the next album, are you have any plans for making some videos?
Yes.
Yes, that's definitely a necessity in today's music market. You gotta have videos to go with your release date. Gotta be that way.
We have a photo shoot scheduled this Sunday, too.
Oh, great.
Yeah. So
Getting the
hopefully
new-
we'll have some single art to promote.
And getting the new bass
That'll be
player,
okay.
shots and all that. Dr. Maverick.
DR Maverick.
So it's
He's
like you
over
have
in
a
Washington today. We're up here in Idaho right now.
You said he was in Washington right now doing some
Yeah.
business. Oh, that's good. That means that maybe you'll be getting some plans. So hopefully lock some dates in here maybe in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we're looking at when we're going to Texas to route out and head down the West Coast and then across to Arizona and New Mexico into Texas.
Oh, cool. Sounds like a great tour.
And then just proceed into the further reaches of the South. Just make kind of a big loop around America. We did that last year. We went out to the middle of the mountains. The end of the tour was when you saw us in Tenino. But we went all the way to West Virginia and Bristol, Tennessee, and played Chicago. We got to open the Soulfly and the Butcher Babies.
If you come to the Western Kentucky or Nashville area, Clarksville, Tennessee, let me know.
We're definitely coming through that area.
Yeah, because I'm in Western Kentucky, and the only shitty thing about where I'm at is everything. The nearest venue is probably about an hour drive.
Yeah.
That ain't too bad, though.
Well, how far are you from Pipestem, West Virginia?
It's probably at least 6 hours. Cause
Yeah, that was where we played with Butcher Babies and Soulfly last August.
Okay. Yeah, because I know I'm 3.5 hours from Newport, Kentucky, and that's where Kentucky, Ohio, and West Virginia all kind of meet up.
Yep.
Raven Black's supposed to eventually be able to play with Butcher Babies. They were going to play in 2020 on a tour, in this Moment tour, but it was canceled. So hopefully she'll be able to reformat Butcher Babies back in. You know Raven Black, don't you? The Raven Black band? Yeah, okay. I'd love to see you guys with her. You would be a great matchup with Raven.
Well, introduce us. We'll try to make something happen.
Muppet would probably be your favorite band to tour with.
Right? They're fun people. You guys would get along great. Raven's awesome.
Yeah, I always see her going live.
Because,
She's
the
such a
last
character.
time I talked to her, I mentioned something about, hey, how about a Raven Black strain of weed? And she's like, well, I thought about that, but Muppet would probably smoke it all, so we ain't doing that.
Yeah.
So what is your plan of what year you would like to see yourselves as a headliner?
This year.
Awesome.
Tomorrow.
That would be
Tomorrow,
great.
yes.
Tomorrow. Yesterday.
Last year.
Right.
Well, I mean, what do you guys have planned for the rest of? I mean, it's only just begun, but big plans, summer tour maybe.
Oh,
Yeah, that's what we were saying. We were going down to Texas. We'll call it Sterling Winfield. And once that's released, I mean, Elixir, we're very proud of Elixir, medical grade metal, but this is going to be some next level shit.
Yeah, this is going to really bring into fruition of our actual musicality.
A new level, if you will.
Oh, I'm so excited. That's gonna be so great.
Yeah, I mean, you even heard some of the songs in Nino.
Yeah, they were all very good. I loved every performance you guys did at those events.
Awesome.
We really enjoyed it.
Appreciate it.
That's what we aim for.
You guys are pretty hardcore when you're on tour, though. You pretty much work your butts off at these tours or the shows, and you pretty much pack up right away and hit a hotel, or you're on to your next destination. Isn't that correct?
Yeah.
I'm going to say, anytime we played in Tenino, we've always packed up and came all the way back home.
I know, like, wow. And you've been there all weekend helping us run the event.
Yeah. And it's all good. I mean, it's kind of the nature of the beast what you do.
Monday's work.
Yeah, especially when it's like, play a show Saturday. It's like, oh, we could get a hotel room and get back really late on Sunday, but I'd rather get back early morning on Sunday, stay up through the whole day, and then go to sleep so you can wake up early on Monday.
Yeah, everybody has their system that works great for them. Some people do really well, just like, okay, we're already tired, let's just pack it up and get as close as we can to home, or hopefully even make it
here
to
pudding
home.
comes.
Oh, shit.
Packing the pudding.
Oh, damn.
Raven. That's funny.
All right, there we go. All right.
Did she turn your stuff off, Chris? That's
No,
funny.
no, she didn't turn my stuff off. I love our viewers out there. Someone said we can't see every one of the graphic pics, and it was at the time we were talking Raven Black there. I know they said something, and I got ads for bands and stuff all around my screen out here on Twitch and YouTube, and you guys were partially covered up by Raven Black. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Heath out there has said, hey, what's up, Rockin' Rebecca? Is this the place where they tell you how to build a guitar that shoots flames out of the end? So, anybody? Bueller?
So, I would say that you would just have to have a can of compressed gas on the actual back, and it'd be more like aerosol with a lighter. Unless you were some crazy amount of engineering, I mean, you could, in theory, put a diesel bottle inside the actual body of the guitar, and then have piping go across the back of the neck to the back, and then just have a torch on the very end so it lights the diesel.
Every time you do
he says,
Jeez,
wait,
no,
this
just
really
a
is not a
big
good
old-
idea to teach him how to do this stuff. Well, Heath, you know what? Either we're going to teach you how to do it, or YouTube's going to teach you how to do it. So you can take your chances either way.
Yeah.
YouTube will probably be a pretty good idea.
we want tagged in that shit though. We want to see it.
Patent.
Yeah.
Copyright. I said first.
So besides playing music and smoking pot, what are you guys' other interests outside of the music?
I sadly really don't have any other interests. Gary likes to golf.
Golf?
You?
Hey, that's okay. Alice Cooper's mad into golf.
Yeah.
Golf's nice. What do you think?
What do I like to do?
Yes, outside of music.
I'm a sleeping beauty. I sleep.
That's my favorite.
Well, sleep.
Say between, I mean, I also have waste some money. Yeah, we
Day. Like myself, I do merch. I do a little merch store. My husband and then I help do just delivery.
Cool. I drunk people around the Port Lane metro area on Uber and
Oh,
Lyft.
nice.
Spokane.
Walmart, specifically over the Fresh area. I work with a great group of people. We're all like Go Valley.
Oh, that's great. I love Walmart. It's like one of my favorite stores to shop at. They have such good variety.
And I am a mixed slave. You're going back prices.
You're the mixed slave.
It's so ironic because my name being Mick is
McDonald's.
great.
McDonald's. That's great, though. All those jobs are so important.
Oh yeah, it helps pay for stuff.
That's
It's
right.
all transitioning.
And it helps
You're-
people like
Gary's
ourselves.
Domino's, man.
Dude, Domino. That's okay.
I used to work for Domino's. It was one of my first jobs I had. Worked for Domino's Pizza, and then right after that, I worked for a local radio station by the name of KRKO Radio. It was an AM radio station that was sports radio.
Nice.
They take care of their employees. They feed you anytime you're hungry. We get a lot of pizza.
Oh, that's good. They have pizzas, and ours up here have some of ours up here have Subway in them, and that's good because I love Subway.
Oh, I'm jealous. We have a Subway, but they're not together.
Oh. But
We're
you
lame.
guys
We don't have
really
DoorDash
good
right
things, though.
Well, for fear of a lawsuit, I'm really not going to say what I think about Subway, but it's not. It
No.
is
I
not-
share
no.
I share your views, sir.
I had Subway for lunch.
Anytime you order your food at a window, 99% of the time, it's not good.
Yeah.
Now, I say 99% of the time because some of the best burgers I've had in various places, and I'm a big burger freak. Anywhere and everywhere I go, I gotta know where's the best fucking burger I can find. And some of the best burgers I found came out of a thing that looked like it was someone's woodshed out back and had a little window you walk up to.
It's so true. It
Yeah.
really is. Food trucks and stuff like that, people that are personalized cookers, it's always so much better when it's not a system, when it's made just however it's made.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm definitely against corporate burger prison versus local burger prison.
Right. I mean, I just, when I was younger, I worked so much fast food, I got sick of it quick, and I haven't eaten fast food in years.
Oh, good on you.
And it's funny because Friday, the job I had, they downsized, and everybody lost their job, and I was really kind of pissed off, and someone else I know, well, Burger King, my mom's a manager there. I'm like, dude, I'm sorry, I can't work at Burger King. But
Been there, done that.
Yeah.
woke up this morning and had a random phone call. Hey, they got a job interview for you at 10 o'clock. Okay, landed the job and I'm set now.
Word.
Chris is a really good mechanic. He's an automotive mechanic and specialized in what he does. So I wasn't too concerned that you weren't going to get a job right away, Chris, with your specialties that you do.
Right.
I'm glad you got something right away. That's awesome. He was like really good turnover for you. It was literally only a couple days.
Right. Well, and it's actually 2.5 years ago, me and my wife moved down to Kentucky for me to go work for this company that they build and they do industrial sawmill equipment, and they build it, ship it, whatever, all that kind of stuff. And I moved down here for that job. It took 2.5 years to finally get it, but I finally got it today, and it couldn't have came at a better time. And
Congratulations.
Yeah,
thank you.
sure.
I'm really excited about this next chapter in Chronic Chris. And it was funny because at the end of the interview, he looked at me and he's like, by the way, I gave you a cup to pee in. What would I find in it? I says, honestly, I smoke a little bit of pot and that's it, dude. Fucking, I don't do no drugs. I don't even take fucking Tylenol. You'll find coffee and pot. Coffee and pot. And he's like, okay, I don't even give a shit about that.
Caffeine THC balance, sir.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It is a science.
Right.
Perhaps.
Well, that's why we keep the mini fridge right here, full of bottled water and monsters. Slim Jims and Hershey bars.
I'm going to send you some of those liquid drinks that they have here in Washington State. They're really good. I think you'll like them.
Oh, yeah.
I've had those drinks. I've had those drinks, little $12 bottles. You're not supposed to drink the whole thing, but I did, and fun time.
Yeah, you get that 100 milligram level. It's going to really put you down quick sometimes. You don't realize it. It kind of creeps up on you, and all of a sudden you're like down in your bed, like, whoa, what happened?
Right.
I stayed awake through it. I lost some IQ points for the duration of what had begun.
So yeah, I told Chris I'd be sending him some of that. We used to have a company that unfortunately the partners got in a dispute. One of them wanted to do something different with the brand, and it was Ooh La La brand, and it was the best soda pop that was infused with THC. It was really yummy. They had all these different flavors, but that company went out of line. But they still have like other companies that still make soda pops, or like it'll be like some kind of a liquid drink that's really good that you could add into like your soda pops or whatever you're drinking. It's really good. You guys have good dispensaries in Idaho too, don't you now?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh, they're behind the times.
Montana just got their recreational market up. They have a medical program almost as long as California, I think.
Well, it sounds like then you... Go ahead.
Idaho's still waiting.
Well, it sounds like I'll have to be sending you guys some samples too to Idaho. So you'll have to send me a mailing address to send you some samples from Washington State.
See, and it sucks because I moved out of Illinois right before they went recreational in that state.
Dude, we went through Illinois those fuckers are charging based on THC percentage or the
Well,
tax.
you know what? Their
Wow.
prices in Illinois are bullshit. It's actually still cheaper for me to go to my guy, and my guy actually gets medical now through the state. He
Yeah.
gets it even cheaper, plus he gets to grow his own and stuff. But the thing about Illinois is, if you go right across and cut across Indiana up into Michigan, it's about an hour and a half, 2-hour drive. It is so freaking cheap. Oh my God, I went up to Michigan, in December for my birthday for Raven Black, and I got there early. First thing I did was I found the dispensary and I found a cheeseburger. Well, no, I found the venue, then I found the dispensary, and then I found a cheeseburger. Because at the dispensary, for $70, I got 11 grams in a grinder.
Yeah, we
That's
found
not
that
bad.
out the hard way too. We stopped in Chicago just to sample the Illinois market. It was excessive taxation. So then we proceeded up the interstate and ended up in Michigan a couple of days later, and way better prices and really decent quality.
Yeah.
The shop was very nice that we visited in Ann Arbor.
Yes, and that's their. I even talked to the guy for a little bit about it, and he's like, well, if Illinois wouldn't have so many stupid regulations and go like these other states, the reason their weed is so cheap is because their markets are just flooded with it.
Yeah.
It's pretty inexpensive here in Washington State, actually. It blew me away because I used to be, when I was younger, we didn't have it legalized, of course, so I was on the black market, and it's like, I could get double the amount what I used to spend when I was younger. And I get
Yeah.
like going to a candy store. I'm like, literally, it's like you got all these brands, all these different strands. It's like, wow, like I said, going to a candy store and you got dabs or you got like all joints or infused joints, and it's just flour, whatever. And then you got your vape pens, which I like the vape pens. I loved it when they came out with those because of the convenience of them. They're so easy to take with you, you know. That's why I love the vape pen. And they seem to be pretty good release on those.
Now, and the other cool thing is like if all the states would follow example of Colorado, within 2 years, Colorado actually cut its residents a check for excess income of the marijuana market and gave its residents all a check. You know, granted, everybody only got like $15-20 a piece for the first year, but keep that moving and keep that ball rolling. I mean, it's going to be like the Alaskan pipeline money that they get up there.
Yep.
That's kind of
Green
cool.
pipeline.
Well, the residents of Alaska, for being a resident, the pipeline pays all residents $1,500 a year. I think the last time I looked.
Wow, that's nice. That's good though.
But then also, the frozen pizza that you buy for $6-8 at Walmart, that pizza costs $18 to $20 in Alaska just because it's got to be shipped in special ways and it's difficult to
Yep.
get in stuff into some parts of the state. Yeah, you can't even smoke in Hawaii anymore.
What? Yeah, they tax cigarettes out. It's illegal to buy cigarettes if you're under like age 5 or something.
Yeah, it was like 65 years old is the legal age to buy cigarettes.
What the hell? I mean, like, good on them. That keeps them healthy, but shit.
Anti-state bullshit. That's what that is, man.
Just getting healthier. That's all it is.
That's okay. Just when you go on vacation, stop in Kentucky or Tennessee and grab a couple cartons.
Yeah.
I think we're taking up our roll your own with our faces.
Oh, there you go.
Well, I swear, what I pay for a pack in Chicago, I get 2 packs for in Kentucky.
Exactly. All these damn taxes.
Right? I don't smoke
Don't
cigarettes.
get
My
me started,
husband
'cause
does.
me and my wife, we disagree on this. She says her goal in life is to pay $1 million in taxes every year. I'm like, fuck that. My goal in life is to pay no taxes because how am I being properly represented? And if you're not representing me properly, that's taxation without representation.
Truly.
I agree 100% on that sentiment. For sure.
Just putting it out there. So what's the craziest thing you guys have seen in the music industry here?
I had a night when I was doing the marijuana campaign. We had larger bands come out for our voter registration drives. And this particular night we had Saving Abel as our headliner. The vocalist got very drunk and had an altercation with a lady at the bar. She was so offended she called the police. So they come in blazing, like ready to crack skulls, walk right past the vocalist who's outside smoking a cigarette. And he's like, bro, how much will you pay me not to pee on this cop car right now? I'm like, don't piss in the fucking cop car, bro. I'll fucking do it, bro. There he was. At my campaign event with the cop car. Awesome.
I don't think I can top that. I think I do have one thing though that I've seen. I thought it was pretty crazy to see a blow up doll on a. She was hanging on a drone at Metal in the Mountains.
Oh.
And that was, I believe, the band The Crown did that. So look them up. They're pretty badass too.
Oh yeah, a blow-up doll on a drone. See, because you had, the minute you said
Yeah,
blow-up
she was
doll,
just-
I thought, well, I've seen blow-up dolls at concerts. I mean, I've seen a keyboardist that had a blow-up doll that looked like it was playing the keyboard with him. But on a drone,
And
that would be
cruisers.
interesting.
Yeah.
At Cruisers, we got put on a night of deathcore bands, and that's the first time I'd ever seen foot-long dildos in a mosh pit. That was pretty crazy.
I missed
to look at.
that.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
Yeah. They're just like dancing around this mosh pit, fucking neon dildos.
Oh yeah, that's awesome.
Could be.
He asked what the craziest shit we saw on music. Neon dildos in a fucking deathcore pit.
Our listener Heath, he's up in Maine, and he actually goes through a lot of bands for me and finds a lot of bands for me, and he's amazing at a lot of the stuff he does, just finding bands for me. And he says, thank you to the band, big respect to the band for rocking out and for all of us for the good and the bad times you have all gone through in the past few years. Staying strong and pushing through everything. Keep rocking out.
Always.
Love it.
So, hell yeah. And so going through, I mean, how besides not being able to pass all the time, can't really pass to the right with some shit going around. How did COVID affect you guys?
0 pretty much. It affected maybe 3 shows.
Yeah. I caught it 2 years ago, and it lingered for probably a year and a half. Couldn't taste or smell. But I am also prone to a lot of sinus infections and stuff like that, so it really tore me down. No one else, no, I don't think.
I got it before it was cool. I was driving Uber, and they just told me I had a really bad respiratory infection, but I had the lack of taste and smell going on, and just the hard fatigue for months.
Weird tingling pain in the arm and my weird.
And sciatica, that kind of stuff.
Okay,
Didn't get to play
so
shows.
it did kind of affect you physically and health-wise, but other than that, you still didn't have.
Idaho really never shut down. I mean, Idaho, they were still doing stuff in Idaho, and Washington was completely locked down.
Okay.
Which sucked because for the metal scene, Washington's
More apt
like
to it.
come to us, but Idaho's not.
Dressed.
If you're not a pop or a country band in North Idaho, you are completely fucked finding a show.
in our little area.
We're going to try to do some more events in Tenino again. We'll be doing probably 3 to 10 events down there. I'm going to be formatting with other co-producers here, so we'll definitely give you dates and options. And if you guys could do any of those dates, we would love to have you.
We would love to come back to Tenino. There was always a blast up there. Chris, and your whole team.
Fuck yeah.
Great people. Tad. Great
Yeah,
people.
one of many of the co-producers that I work with, but I love working with Chris. I've always had a great time working with Chris. He has car dealership now that he's mainly doing, but he is still doing Kelowna-Palooza events as well. He actually did a little kind of a sales event for his car dealership and brought a few of the bands there, just like, 2 of the bands just for his little dealership, and did a little open house event with those 2 bands and got them a little job of the day and go on his sales on his cars. He's getting some really nice vehicles over there. But I like working with Chris. And then he's got the other things that he, has too. He goes by Kelowna-Palooza, and he's got a pop leaf for a reason, because he always has really good chronic marijuana, hash, you name it. The guys have always been able to have a good vendor for that. And we actually had like at the Avengers event, we had like booths and stuff that actually had various products that were hemp products and all those. You guys were at the May vendor event, weren't you? When we had the 30 vendors. That's when the back was super bad, and then you came up and really saved us the following event, which was that Labor Day weekend. I was so happy you guys were there on that bill. That really was really good. We've heard nothing but positive things about your band here, and as you know, I absolutely am one of your number one fans as well. I love hanging out with you. You guys are super friendly. They're very interactive, like Raven is, and Allison and Melissa is. Melissa's from Sepsis, and then Allison is from Roses and Red, and then Raven Black. Those are all really great people, but they're very interactive like you guys are with your fans. And I think the more interactive you are with your fan base, and the more people want to buy your merch and just even want to buy more music and want you on more of their projects, because they feel like then they're really got a good personal connection. Not all bands are like that, but you guys are really good that way. And I really, really appreciate that you are like that. Many of the fans really love that personal experience.
Yeah, and like I said, one of my shows I do the female fronted Fridays, and yeah, we got you in the rotation for it now.
It's good. It's good.
And it's funny. I wanted to say, he shows me these amazing bands and stuff, and he finds them somehow. He finds Twitch shows, and I don't know how he does it. He's got the brain for it. But about 6-7 months ago, he told me about a band called The Warning, and it's these 3 sisters. Well, I opened my phone, and all of my news on my phone it's programmed for any news I want to read is all music news. I don't get world news, I don't get political news, I don't get sports news, I get music news.
That's a good app.
And one of the things I found, the first thing was a new band alert, The Warning, a new band you need to know, and I'm like, I heard about them like 6-7 months ago. Thanks, Heath.
Right. A little too late.
So how did you come across Pharmacy then?
Huh?
How did you come across Pharmacy?
Rebecca told me about you guys, and I found a couple of YouTube clips, and I actually also do have the YouTube clips too. What are the songs I have off? Nope, not that one. That one. Yeah, we got Time Bomb from YouTube, The Pharmacist, Sinister, and Overtake Me from YouTube. the videos. So we watched those, and yeah, told her we'd like to talk to him. It's pretty good shit. It's
I sent the little crappy video that I took of you guys at Labor Day. My battery was going dead, but I got that one little video of you that you did so good on your song. I forget which one you sang, but it was at, I think I sent it in the fan page for you. At one point, I sent it to Chris too. I could resend it to you. Not the best video, but you sounded so good on it, though. I don't remember what song it was, so I'd tell you. When I send it to you, you'll know what the song was.
And I'll admit, there's a lot of stoner metal bands out there that I actually really, really, truly enjoy. But as far as these guys are concerned, the album is perfect. The longest song on it is a 7.5 minute song. And that's, I mean...
And that's a 2 minute and like 30-second intro.
Yeah, I mean, it's all just kick ass. They got the little excerpts in between and some songs, and yeah, it's a great album.
Yeah, we tried to build it like The Wall. I just try to strive around making music theater, not necessarily just music. Because anybody can just listen to music. It's cool to actually have a tale to go through and actually backstory of how stuff gets created and so on and so forth. It gives it another spectrum of an actual visualization without actually having to.
Right, a concept album tells a story.
Exactly. Yep.
So where all can we find you guys on social media? We see your thing on the back, pharmacyband.com, but where else can we find you?
TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch,
YouTube,
Snapchat.
I haven't really doing too much on Snapchat, but yes, we are on Snapchat.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have, what else do we have? I think we have a Bandcamp too.
Yeah, Bandcamp.
You can stream us on Spotify, Amazon, iTunes, MySpace.
Napster.
So,
Tidal.
Napster. I haven't heard that one in years.
iHeartRadio.
Yeah, our label Curtain Call Records releases through the Stony Orchard, so we got into all of the major stores and all the major streaming stuff. You can use Pharmacy music in your TikTok videos, just like you can Judas Priest or Metallica or Slayer or anybody else you want. Put the music in, and that really helps artists out. TikTok is paying more for artists than any of the platforms, YouTube or Spotify, any of that.
You found a couple bands that you liked by listening to the TikToks, didn't you, Chronic Chris?
By watching Twitches and just people sending me videos and stuff. Personally, honestly, I sometimes I love sitting around just watching various Twitch videos. I find a lot of people through Twitch, and that's always fun.
Yeah, I've actually come across that engineer from Lincoln Park, Mike Shinoda. He mixes on Twitch live. That's pretty cool to see. And Butcher Babies, they do cover songs on Twitch too. We actually were trying karaoke. We've been actually trying to upgrade our internet to the highest power to do the same because it looks like fun.
Yeah, that would be fun to interact like that.
The only thing that was really unfortunate about Twitch is you have to build it, you have to make it grow. And one of my very first interview on Twitch was actually Liliac. And I didn't know you had to build the show and make it grow before you could save your interviews and stuff, and I didn't actually record that one, so...
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was still great, though.
Oh, I didn't know about the whole not being able to record thing.
Yeah, those kids are tearing it up. Their ratings are huge. They've got massive numbers online.
They're really awesome. So super talented. Well, Papa Liliac really helps. He's so what a sweet man he is. I've actually talked to him. I've talked to a couple of kids, but mainly Papa. Papa has his own live feed now too, and what a brilliant! And he's just got a super sweet heart, real good personality, and it's no wonder those kids are doing so well. Her voice is killer. She's just definitely blessed.
All those kids are. Oh
Yours
my God,
too,
just the talent in
Selena.
that family. And you know, when I had them on, I kind of made a joke. So, you know, the kids were born, and you're like, okay, you're gonna be the singer. Okay, you're gonna be the drummer. Yep. We need a guitarist next.
Let's go to Jackson 5 stars.
21st
Right?
century Partridge Family.
Yeah.
It's amazing how many families do actually end up doing that. People that have families. We have a family here that's by the name of Crosby, and they have like a little girl she's like about 10 now, and she's like in Frozen, and that girl can literally sing everything. Her name is Claire Crosby, and now they have the little sister's been born, and she's now getting where she can sing just as good as Claire could.
All right.
That's
It's
awesome.
good to pass on the tradition.
Yeah, 100. There's a like a little rock academy in Coeur d'Alene, Idaho that just opened too, and I saw they did like I think their first little live function with the students. That was really cool to see.
No, would they like commission you guys to come in and do like specific contracts to help teach the kids? A lot of my musicians just recently, like at least 3 of them, just recently all got positions at the School of Rock in like various areas in Washington State. They sprouted up like the last 3 years during the pandemic. The School of Rock ended up for some reason doing okay, and now they're doing events and performances, and some of the performers have actually got like positions now where they're actually going in and training the kids to do specific things.
That's the kind of thing, like, is people put their kid in the guitar lessons. That is like one tiny aspect of what it is to do this as a guitar player. You gotta have the full package of knowing production and videography. There's so many different modules that go into all of this.
Right.
And if a rock academy is doing programs like that where they're teaching kids how to mesh mastered audio from a studio track with video that's shot professionally, those skills will benefit them greatly as they grow as musicians.
Pretty much nailed it.
They actually do like performances too. The local venues will actually put them as a performance, and then they do like side fundraisers. Like they'll have their merch, and the kids will all be up there doing their performances, and they're just like amazing talent. One of the I think he's like about, I want to say he's like 16. He's in the MTR band, project band, and that's a really good band too. It's kind of I want a Soundgarden type of feel, but he's actually an original artist, and his name is Martin Thomas Reed, but his band is MTR, and he's really good upcoming artist too.
You know, and it's funny that you were saying, you know, there's so much that comes into making an album and making music nowadays, because I actually sat down to reread I Am Ozzy. And their first album, their first Black Sabbath album ever, they went into the studio and they set up like they were doing a live show, and they pretty much played a live show and hit record.
Yeah.
Things like that are far less common today.
Right.
Everyone is to the grid, tracked, double tracked, quad tracked, octa tracked.
Right, and somewhere around here I got it on vinyl, and to this day it's still, I mean, it's...
Yeah, that I really feel a lot of, especially with any sort of music, because we've been through 3 producers.
Yeah.
Well, technically 3 at this point. But I mean, like we've we've heard different mixes from other people, and it's like, we're not like this, we're not like that, we like this, love that kind of thing. And it's like, man, it's like when you actually sit back and like try to mix down your own everything, it's really actually cool to see what you can and can't do, so you know what to fix when it needs to be fixed.
Right.
And it's just crazy of the fact too, like, just like Ryan was saying, like how everything's to the grid. I mean, a lot of newer music today has honestly become very robotic. There's a lot less human in music today. Because I mean, there's still those, those minor little mistakes that you'll hear inside of a mix or whatever, but the amount of human is definitely cut down to like 5%. Like it definitely, it shows the perfectionist. And it's like, even like when we went to Metal in the Mountains last year, not to like pat myself on the back, but I mean, we're one of the only bands that doesn't use backing tracking at all. And I mean, for production value wise, I mean, that's kind of crappy in some essence, because there's some cool noises that you can add to things, but at the same time is we brought the power and we didn't even have any backing track or anything. It was just us.
Right.
And still having that gritty growl that we have live.
Oh yeah, everybody wants to have something that sounds a little clean in the background or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
When you have each player in your band that's all got such great special talents individually, and you come together, that really makes something very spectacular.
Yeah, hearts become one.
Right. Well, and like I say, I really kind of cut my teeth doing this for 2 years up in Illinois. I worked at a place called Top Fuel Saloon, and it's owned by their local celebrity radio DJ. He's been on the radio for almost 40 years up in the Chicagoland, and he's Uncle Freak to me, and I watched him do his radio show every day and cooked for all the bands and whoever came into the bar, and the place is kind of like the Rainbow Lounge meets the Full Throttle Saloon.
I've played the Full Throttle Saloon.
Okay. Because Jesse James was actually a regular there at the bar and the stage. And you never knew who was going to walk in the door. While I was there, Vinnie Paul came in once, sat down and had a Chicago-style Italian beef sandwich and watched the Blackhawks game with Freak.
Nice.
One day he comes back and he's like, man, I got to get some food. I did 9 shots with this band, and I thought, well, 9 shots, 1 shot per band member. Walk out, and sure as shit, there's Slipknot sitting at the bar.
Oh my God.
That's awesome.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, so I mean, like I said, it was the Rainbow Lounge meets Full Throttle, because also we hosted numerous bike rallies. There was always motorcycles either outside or inside the bar.
Heck yeah.
It was a blast. We had midget wrestling, and those guys tore the place up.
It's all about the midget wrestling.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Gallagher came through, the comedian that smashes fruit.
Oh yeah.
Randy from Trailer Park Boys did a cheeseburger picnic.
Yeah.
And then, I mean, some of the bands, I got to meet Raven Black, Saliva, Sabine Abel, Joe Holmstrom from White Snake. You know, it was just a total experience all in itself being there. And then I moved to Kentucky, and I started getting a little bummed and depressed, and hit up my buddy E-Rock, and he's like, well, you need to hit up this guy, Jim. He's always looking for DJs, and yeah. That's where we are now.
Well, good.
So you're on an FM station?
No, we're on internet radio.
Okay.
And it's funny because one of my first commercials, one of my first things I had done for me was Matty Moose does an introduction for me on my Friday night shows, and he comes out, I am Matty J. Moose from the band Cycle Stick, and you are listening to Chronic Chris on Asgard Radio. It's internet radio, motherfuckers.
Yeah!
But it goes to like over 70 countries, so that's kind of the one nice benefit. It's not like state orientated. It's more national, worldwide, so your reach is so much bigger for your streaming.
Right, and
yeah, absolutely. And
earlier,
it was like during the time that we did Krampus, we got a lot of followers from Germany.
Okay.
Yeah,
because earlier we were doing earlier I was doing the show with Jim, and he looked at the main board, and we had listeners over in Germany, the Ukraine, Italy, and somewhere else over there too. So we have a lot of listeners over in Europe. And
now I want to dedicate Ain't Your Fool to fucking Ukraine, because this is bullshit.
Yes,
Complete bullshit.
We are working on. I am working on doing like a special tribute show to Ukraine sometime very soon. I'm just trying to find as many bands from Ukraine as I can find.
Ginger.
I got Ginger at the top of the list.
I'll start working on that one for you, Chris. I'll see who I could round up, and we could ask who we have in Bands for Bands International, who we have for connections. I'm sure there's people that would love to do that benefit.
Oh yeah. And I don't know exactly how I'm gonna do it, because I watch other people's shows on Twitch, and I see how they're doing their shows, and I see that there's like people that have raised good money for Ukraine, and I'm like, well, maybe I can try to figure something out.
Yeah.
There'll probably be like various different collaborations of various different events throughout the nation, I'm sure. It is such a sad thing that's going on.
So, if you could pick any band in history to open up for, who would it be?
Pantera.
Possible.
Absolutely Pantera.
If you could tour anywhere, and what country and what venue would you want to tour to would be your number one choice?
Vakken open air. It's all about the Vakken. That's where it's at. Once you've made open air, you are in the open air.
Oh yeah.
Because that's always been my goal in the long run, is to eventually play Vakken.
Or Rock in Rio.
Or Rock in Rio. Or anything.
I guess Ginger announced a few weeks ago that they are taking a break from music for the foreseeable future to deal with what's going on over there.
Yeah, it's a very unfortunate thing that their music career is a casualty of this war.
True.
And everyone else that's getting shelled throughout the night, and these people that are escaping Ukraine, they're still being fired upon by Russians. It's ceasefire to a degree. It's just how long is this going to roll? And nobody can plan anything while it's in motion. It's horrendous.
Right. Well, and I did through my news the other day on Asgard. I did make mention that there are a lot of bands that have canceled stuff over in Russia, and what was it, BMI?
But how this is going to affect bands like us that aren't getting shelled and having our homes destroyed and our land taken over is the fuel prices. For touring this year, there's a lot of bands, the lower budget bands are going to be restricted to their own neighborhoods and very seldomly get out.
Yeah.
That's true. What is the gas price in Idaho right now?
$4.29.
Oh, that's almost
For
as bad.
regular.
It's been varying from $4.29 to $5.79, depending on where you end up being. I haven't been to Seattle, but I was in this little city the other day by the name of Silver Lake, and literally I paid $5.79 a gallon. And then in Marysville, where I live, it was like same station, $1 less, but I had to get gas where I was because I was on empty. And I was like, it's just crazy, and it's so irritating because we have so much of our own resource here that they're outsourcing to other countries. We just need to not buy from the other countries and use our sources we have and not outsource them. It's crazy how they're doing it.
It was supposed to be.
Right. Well, I'm like, yeah, it's really affecting bands too, because like even the bigger names, Slipknot, Bring Me the Horizon, Iron Maiden, they all canceled Russian tours, and the Universal Music Group, the people like me, we get our music from, they've suspended their operations over in Russia for the time being. So I mean, it does kind of hold an impact on the music industry.
Well, Apple's taken the stance as well of removing iPhone support and services for Russia. So that's going to cut into any streaming revenue we would see worldwide and iTunes. But
Yeah,
Apple
that will
needs it.
affect them.
That's a huge piece of the market.
And really, truly, my whole research on what's going on in the Ukraine and over in Russia all started with the headline, Johan Hag from Amon Amarth boycotts the UFC because they're endorsing Russian fighters. And okay, now we're going. Now that news is finally hitting me, and I can talk about it on the show.
Yeah, it's gonna be a shit situation.
Yeah, like you guys said, I mean, the price of gas for touring is just insane.
It's gonna be heinous.
Plus the price of food going up as well. I mean, it's already hard enough down the road.
Also,
Right.
you know, and Asgard Radio, we know that that touring gets expensive with fuel and especially with lodging. So any bands out there, we tell them go to asgardradio.com, go down to Asgard Connect, and it's a whole list of places we have contacts across the United States that'll let a band come in, crash, take a shower, do some laundry, get some food, you know, anytime you're on a day off tour.
Bless you for that.
Yeah, we took a bunch of camping gear when we went out last time. We had this KOA campground shit.
Oh man, it was fucking so hot. It wasn't even like worth sleeping. Like there was no point of coolness. Like it was like what, almost like 1:30 in the morning.
And it was still 85.
And it was like, yeah, at 100%.
Last
humidity.
summer was
Like,
killer,
great.
yes.
We got this.
We had some bad, really high temperature days here in Washington State and in Idaho. We had like our highest day, I think we got at 114 day. You guys had it worse over where you are.
He said it's helping out like an Airbnb for the bands, except for it don't cost the bands a damn thing, because that's what we're here for. The independent bands, the small bands still hitting the small venue circuit. We're here for you guys.
Appreciate that.
Definitely gonna be taking down all that information and making sure that we run everything around that. For sure. That'll help out a lot, especially lodging, man. That's the main killer is lodging.
Right. Well, and if there's not something near you, feel free to contact one of the people on there, and we can probably help you find someone near you on a tour.
Awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. We'll have to spread that around to our fellow local bands too.
Our listener Heath out there, the band Sepsis actually needed a tour bus driver, and he jumped up and, hey, I'll drive your tour bus to a show, make sure you get there, and that's what he did that weekend.
Yeah, I think we played with Sepsis in the.
Okay, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
But I think it's
So then you know Melissa very well then. That's a great band. They're so sweet.
They are awesome. Unfortunately, I've never had the opportunity to see them live yet. I keep bugging them about it.
I haven't either, but I'm hoping to get them here in Washington State with the Raven and the Pain of the Grass.
Well,
Yes.
I was supposed to see them 3 different times on the OTEP tour, but it kept getting canceled and postponed and canceled, and then finally they were like, yeah, we don't think we're doing that show at all. Okay.
I didn't know Tep was touring.
I love OTEP's music. I've heard she's a little difficult to deal with in touring.
Jacob said, yeah. Yeah, OTEP, because she was supposed to do the tour with the Almas, the world over, and sepsis, and then COVID hit, and she had that problem, and then she was rescheduled the tour, and then when the tour was rescheduled, all of a sudden she had some family, a death in the family, and she basically canceled the tour.
That's rough.
And it really sucks, and it's really unfortunate, but
You gotta do what you gotta do.
yeah.
It's really cold in here right now.
Yeah, we should kick one of those heaters a little bit.
I was going to ask you how the weather's been in Idaho. Has it been snowing or has it been rainy? Or
Yeah.
It's been weird here in Washington. We've been having all sorts of weird weather here.
Yeah.
It was snowing yesterday on the way to dance practice.
It was snowing.
Yeah.
It snows different there than it is in Washington State. Washington State, our snow is really wet and moist, but when you go to Idaho, it's like weird. It's dry. I remember going there to visit as a child and go to try to make a snowman. It's like the snow doesn't compact the same. It's interesting snow.
Yeah.
Elevation.
Yeah, that too.
I finished up my job interview this morning and then spent the rest of the afternoon sitting in my hammock reading I Am Ozzy.
Dude, I was actually just contemplating getting a hat.
Yeah, those are really fun to have.
The main reason I moved down here was because, granted, I've seen snow down here, but I haven't seen snow and cold like I saw in Illinois.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, before I lived in Idaho, I was in South Dakota, so they're pretty much like Russia.
Yeah, that's a dope state for me.
It freezes over from November till February, March.
Oh, South Dakota, they'll start getting the snow in early September. I've seen it as late as like June 6th.
Holy shit.
Wow.
And then it goes from that right into tornado season. Woo! They actually had the first snow-nado in Sioux Falls in December. Yeah, I remember that. No, like, what the fuck? Snow-nado.
And that's the other messed up thing I found out, down here in Kentucky, is because I'm used to tornado season being up in Illinois. It was in the spring and it was in the fall. The changing of the weather patterns, and that's what triggered it. Down here in Kentucky, December 12th, I'm actually on my way to Battle Creek to go see Raven Black, and I'm glad I did because an F4 tore through the area where I live down here.
Oh, fuck!
Lucky though, man. I mean, that's one of those things. It's like, oh no, in my house. And it's like, oh, it's a good thing I wasn't here.
Well, yeah, it was just a fluke because it was warm. Well, still, it was weird to have that outbreak in December and the big one roll through. Oh.
Yeah, it devastated a big chunk of area, didn't it? It had like buildings. It literally just took out buildings.
Yeah, it took out buildings and parts of buildings, and oh my goodness.
An Amazon plant got hit, sir.
Yeah, the candle factory that makes your, what were they? Like a big brand of candles they sell at Walmart. That candle plant got wiped out.
Oh no.
Hold on a second, I'll be right back.
Sorry. I gotta stand up.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It gets These are kind of long speech sometimes to get chitter chattering.
Yeah, we are probably gonna have to go here before too long. I didn't
Oh,
realize
that's
how long.
fine. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and thank you so much. I can't wait to see you in person again and hang
Yeah.
out and listen to all your new material. I'm sure we'll get to have you here again in Washington State at one point, I'm hoping, and I'm going to be traveling to go to see some things in Idaho. I have family, like I said, in Boise, Idaho, so I'm going to be going there this summer. So hopefully, if you have any shows in the area, I'll be able to hit some with my court agent, Alicia Gatlock, and that would be really fun to see you. And I
Sure.
can't wait to go into your store and see what new merch items you came up with since I went in there last time. I need some
Yeah.
I need more pharmacy merch.
You should get some pharmacy shoes.
Oh, yeah.
PharmacyBand.com.
Yeah, I was gonna say they have the pharmacist on them.
Oh, cool. I'll have to check them out. Definitely. I
We
will
have,
look into
mouse
that.
pads, we have jigsaw puzzles on there.
Cat coats, dog coats, collars,
Tags
leashes,
for your
tags,
cats.
puzzles.
Socks.
I know you had a lot of cool stuff when I saw you at the events that we did in Tenino. I loved your freaking booth. It's like, oh, you had all that cool stuff. And like I said, I definitely love the blanket too. That blanket is so cool. It would be so badass, like with Ravens. Like, I can figure out where to put it, but I trade them out when I'm gonna have to start altering all my banners out so all my stands get equal advertisement that way.
Yeah.
And I can invite you to another merge page that I have. It's Legacy Entertainment, Bands for Bands International. Those two umbrellas kind of merge. So I think if one or all or the band's already joined, that would be a page for me if you would like to join. I'd love to have you under that umbrella. It's basically the same umbrellas I've had before, but it's more merged together where I put all the members together so there's more of the population now. Are you guys going to start a Patreon by any chance, or do you have a Patreon? Because I didn't see that on your page. Maybe I
We've
missed
been-
the link.
Really trying to get something going for it, but
Well,
we
when you do
haven't.
Patreon, I'll be at one of your Patreons.
Okay, cool.
Just send
Awesome.
the link,
Yeah, for sure.
and then I'll help push it for you too. I have a couple of the bands that I'm Patreons for, and then of course with Raven, I'm a Raven reject, and I have a little bit of a different kind of a thing with her. But for like other bands like yourself, the Patreons seem to be really helpful. It seems like from what people that are running, it seems to really be helping them out. So definitely, please send me the link when you get it together, okay?
Of course, absolutely. Do you know any animators?
I know a few. I'll have to do a little search and see who I can find. But we could definitely put what you want looking for, and then I'll put it in my pages and see who we can network in for you. If
Awesome.
we can find somebody.
Awesome.
Like I said, I'm working with Polestar Studios, which is a high-end movies production team. So I'm sure one of them are able to do it, or like one of the Disney people, or somebody like that, or somebody locally, or somebody in Idaho. It just depends on exactly what you want, and matching you up exactly to who you for what you have in your brain to match up to that artist for their creation. So send me the information and exactly what you're looking for, like a little description, and then I'll go on a research for you and see who I can find, along with other people that you'll probably have to start popping out. Once you get the word out, people will be all over the place for that. I do have one gentleman that's been really in high need of work, and his name is Dustin Peterson, and he's pretty good at various things. I'll give you his link, and like I said, send me what you exactly need, and then I'll see who I can find for you for connection.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. I can't wait to see you guys in person again. You guys are so fun. I was so blessed to get to see you last year. That was like awesome.
Yeah, and I appreciate it. You guys hanging out with us tonight and whatnot. It is kind of time to wrap it up a little bit, though. So,
Yes, I need to go, and that's great, Chris. Thank you, Connie, Chris.
no problem. Everybody out there, remember to check out the band
Thanks,
Pharmacy.
Chris.
pharmacyband.com. They're all over social media, Facebook, Twitch, Twitter, you name it. Don't forget to check out asgardradio.com where the gods go to rock. I'm on Wednesday night, Whiskey Wednesday, Female Fronted Friday, and the Saturday morning Top 20. And everybody else, April on Monday, Jim on Monday, Tuesday, Thursday. Shit.
Monday we will have V for Villains band
Yes.
for us, Chris.
Next
V for
Monday,
Villain.
yes, we have V is for Villain, and then the Monday after that, we got the Voodoo Death Gun.
Voodoo
Yes.
Death Gun?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, right on.
You know that.
Safety. Things got to
Yeah, we know that.
We
Right
do.
on, that's
They're-
awesome.
They're really cool people too. They're lots of fun.
Right on. Well, we appreciate